And previously video I have already displayed you what is JavaScript and why use JavaScript, commenting and user strict, why use user strict in a strict mode, and all things declare in previous video we have explained to you. So now I am going to uh, explaining you variables. What is a variables? Variable is a storage of data values. You can see in the here is you can see here as like a variable are containers for storing a data values, and all variable must be identified with unique names. You cannot double name in your code variable name, as like you are using var is equal to name, as like you are using here is var is equal to name, as like this I am writing here var is equal to name square. I have declared here, I am declaring here Ranjit, and var name is equal to, again I am not declare, this is not correct way. Again you cannot use name variable, right? Because here is as like I am using g, this is not correct way. Only you can use a name in whole code in the same page, right? So must be unique, right? So way of write a variable in JavaScript: first of all declaring variable, and second is initializing variable, right? First you need create a variable in JavaScript as like, and dec is a variable name, and initializing a variable, storing a value in a variable. This part is a declaring variable, and storing a value 10 in dec variable, that is called initializing a variable. So single declaration statement and many declaration statement. What is a single declaration statement and many variable declaring declaration statement? So I'm going to start the statement with var keyword and separate the variable by comma as like pro. So here is a many in a single variable. I have write, I'm writing a var age is equal to 28, girl is equal to Rani, boy is equal to Ranjit, as like this is a only var keyword, and multiple variable you can also write as like this, multiple line as like this. So multiple line declaration variable, this is as like this, where is this as like I also displayed you, and you can just this your comma is also you can separate here, no issue, as like this as like you can write, this is working fine, right? So this is correct way. So a variable declare without a value throw error. If you are not any providing a value, throw the error or undefined when you will use variable name anywhere in code, as like I am explaining you, as like this age is equal to 28, right? So I am not declaring as like this initializing yes, and I am alerting age. So what is here is syntax, sorry, undefined variable error, right? You can see undefined. This is undefined because age is not declared, right? Age is not declared. So you must declare your variable value. So using var keyword, a variable can be globally scoped. So variable you can declare in JavaScript three ways. First of all, var keyword, you can use var. Second is let. Third is const. Three type variable declaration in JavaScript. So what is the difference between var, let and const? Var is a variable can globally scope. You can global, you can access entire your page. We can access the variable entire page. Example, my name is this, as like inside function, and variable value this outside function, as like I am calling this, and declaring here variable function value, variable value is this. So name is global variable because var keyword is here. So all inside a function also, and you can call a outside a function also. So this is a global scope. Just a moment. My system is some problem, I think. You can inside a function Ranjit and outside a function also Ranjit. So this is variable in both are calling as like this. So now I'm going to a scope related. Here is a if, as like this, as like this, if true. Here I am declaring a variable var is equal to uh, age, where age is equal to 23, right? So I'm alerting the age here, age, and inside if condition, right? So you can see here is a Ranjit function outside inside if 23 is coming. I'm removing here this is also, and I'm calling this same value outside a function. Sorry, it's outside if condition, outside if, outside if. So also the same value. right? Inside of if 23, outside if 23, both are same value. So you can, I hope you can understand the what is the where keyword and why use a where keyword. Where keyword is globally scope. So I'm going to explain you now. Next is second, let keyword. A let variable is a block of scope, and we can say let variable type that is not globally but locally scoped. As like I am here is declare let keyword, right? So is defined in a if block, right? So here inside if age is 23, but here is not defined, I think. Inside if 23, inside if after, outside if alert is not called, age is not defined, because this is let word is let variable is block scope only, not outside the scope, right? So next, first of all, I have clear about where keyword, where variable, let variable, where is a globally scope, let is a block scope. Next is a const keyword. Const keyword, what is a const keyword? Const keyword in JavaScript block a scope, but it is not possible to reassign a constant value with the same name in the same scope with the any other values, and it possible to reassign constant variable with the same name in different scope with the any other value. As like you can say, I am clearing here, I am as like if a scope, and here is a const value, const const, right? Age is equal to 23. Again I want to age value is equal to 24. So this is not possible because the same block in age variable already defined 23, it is not reassign a value age of 24. That's why this is a error, assigned to constant variable and called type error, because here is you cannot assign this, but you can same a scope, and it's not possible, but you can other scope, it is possible. If you are writing here as like this is other scope, right? You can, I'm declare the value in the this scope as like control ex, control v, and age is equal to this, and age is equal to 21. What is the output? You can see here what is the output. Assigned constant is variable is not, you can see here, but you can also write here const age, right? Another scope, this is another age is equal to 21. So what is the output? 21 and 23, right? So this is another scope, this is a one scope, this is another scope. There are two different scope, so you can assign the value, right? That is here written also. A variable is a block of scope, but it is not possible to reassign a constant variable with the same name in the same scope. with any other values, and it is possible to reassign constant variable with the same name in a different scope with the any other values, right? So how to make variable global inside a function? If you want to make the variable in a global inside a function, how you can make, right? So I'm going to understand about from example. Function 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 name is right. Here I'm declaring a variable name is equal to babe justify, right? Mm, name is equal to babe justify. So you can see here name is equal to this, and also uh, I am calling a function age. I have called the function age, and this is outside function con concatenation sign plus is concatenation adding to a string, uh, outside function outside function, right? This is an inside function, side function. So here is outside function, inside a function, right? So I am calling the age function. You can see the here output inside function babe justify, outside function babe justify, right? This correct displaying. If you have declared any var late keyword as like this is outside not working, inside working, outside function working as like this. um, you can see. So this is without any var late and const keyword using, you can make the function globally, right? So here is the next variable naming convention is reserved key. So variable, how can declare your variable? So the variable name must contain only letters, digit, symbol, dollar and underscore. Declare variable with the dollar name and variable underscore. As like dollar plus, I have declared here as like dollar is equal to 1 or dollar is equal to 2. Alert dollar plus dollar underscore 1 is equal to 3 as like this. uh, Here as like late dollar is equal to 6 and late underscore is equal to 7 and dollar plus underscore. What is the output? This is two variables added the two variables value 30. So the first character must not be digit, as like this 5 6 a, as like this. You cannot write the code. Reserved words can't be used in variable names because it is used itself, as like const, where, late, class, return, function, private, public, protected. As like you cannot use in your code reserved key. So next is this data type. Next is a data type and data type declaration. So I will explain you data type. There are two types of data types in JavaScript: primitive data types and non-primitive data types, right? So primitive data types are five types. Primitive data types: string data types, just a moment, and second is a number, third is a boolean, and undefined or null. So a string data type is a, there are three types of quotes in a JavaScript: double quote, single quote, a backticks. Nearby escape keyword in your keyboard, right? This is a backticks in your keyboard in escape key, near in escape key, right? So backticks, there are no difference with double and single quotes, but backticks are extended functionality quotes. They are allowed to embed variable in expression in into a string by wrapping the dollar under dollar and curly braces. So as like you can display your, as like this, you can write as like I'm writing the var is equal to name, name is equal to babe justify, right? So this code I want to alert with a string, right? So I am writing here backticks. This is a backticks, this is a backticks. Inside backticks you can put here php tutorial of web justify. As like I'm adding here web justify. You can write here dollar sign first of all and curly braces. In you can define here babe name, name, this is a variable name, this is a name, name, this is a variable name. You can see this is a variable name. So you can see in a lot php tutorial of web justify, right? We have merged the a string and embedded code. PHP tutorial of web justify. You can also check in your system, right? So this is a backticks. I like here is writing the result of dollar $1 plus 2, also arithmetic operation doing here, no issue any. But you cannot use in double quotes. this is not do anything. If you write here double quotes and single quotes, this is not work. This is same is as line, so this is not working. So you need a backticks in if you want to embedded code displaying in your alert and a string as like this must be embedded code. Next is a number. The number type consider both of integer floating point numbers, a special numeric value as like infinitive is a special numeric value, minus infinitive is a special numeric value, and n none, and none is means you, I think you know that about none, and not a number, this is a full form of not a number. And if you have don't have number, this is saying not a number, this is output belong to the number type. So this is also infinitive, minus infinitive, and none is a number type data type. If let num is equal to 1 2 3, this is number data type. If floating point is a point number, decimal point is a floating, this is also number type. 1 divided by 0, this is a infinitive, infinitive is a already number type. Number any string if you are dividing to 2, this is a output of none, as like this if you are dividing a string to number, so this is the output of none, this is output is a none, here is the output is a none, this is none, output is a none. So take care of the any string to divide to any number, the output is a none. This is a very VBI question and interview question also. So next is a boolean. Boolean is a return a true and false value, two values, returning two values, true and false only. So if you string empty string, what is the return in true, yeah, false. You can see here this is null value as like, right? What is the return of true and false? X is a not defined, X is a not defined. First of all, you need to X is equal to null. Let X is equal to empty string. This is a false, right? This is a false. Null is a also false. Null variable is a also false. So next is a, if you have any string in your empty string as like this is true because have a variable, sir, have a variable, this is return a true, this is returning a true. Next is a undefined. Undefined means assigned value, that is called undefined. If you are any variable not assigned a value, that is called undefined variable, as like let x is equal to x is undefined. And null, what is null? Absence of value, that is called null. Don't have any value in a null, nothing, empty, unknown value, you can say anything, so nothing. So next is a non-primitive data type, right? First of all, I want to ask you what is the difference between undefined and null. So undefined is also data type, primitive data type, and null is also primitive data type. But undefined is a you are declaring any variable without assign a value, that is called undefined. But null is a absence of value, that is called null. Both are different, right? Next is a non-primitive data type and a reference data type. There are three data types, non-primitive data types: object, array, and regex. Regex is matching for using for regex. So I want to show you in a next video object related details in our tutorials, and array and regex also. So here is also only only definition of object and array and regex. An object is a collection of properties, and property is an association between the name and key and value, that is object. This is an instance. Object constructor as like new object you are declaring as like this, and also array is a storing a multiple value in a single variable. We can say represented collection of similar types of element. And regex is a regex full form regular expression. Yeah, are the pattern used to match the character mixture in a string. I think you are already used regex and array and object. So this object related and array related, regex related, I will uh, more explanation in next video. So must we continue our video step 2 and step 1, and next video, upcoming video is next 3, must be watch and subscribe my channel. And thank you so much. बाय बाय दोस्तों।